Hey guys, did you ever hear the Thomas Vari-draulic drive? This is a brochure on it. It's a 2-page brochure, one sheet. I'm going to go over this and I'm going to show you a real life one we have on a Industrial 66. And that's coming up right after the intro. Alright, so this is a Thomas Vari-draulic drive. This was used in, I think it's the Oliver 33 combine. I believe they use it in other things. But this is a brochure right from the company. It's variable speed. It's basically a fluid coupler, but it's not quite like a torque converter like in a car, where it amplifies torque. It's just basically coupling it with fluid. This is the model SD35, designed for the Oliver Industrial and Ag Super 7788 tractors. It looks like this. I'll show you the back quick. I'll read some of this, what it has. And then a little bit later after this, I'll show you one that we have on a 66 Industrial. Alright, I don't think you'll be able to read this, probably, unless I take a photo with my phone. But I figure I'll put you on the tripod so you don't be bouncing around the whole time. The VariDRAULIC drive serves as an engaging clutch and a speed controlling unit. Its utility is unmatched in applications where one engine must perform two jobs, one at constant speed and the other at varying speeds. On the Oliver Industrial tractor with front-end loader or straight-line loader, the engine maintains the necessary speed to hold proper hydraulic pressure for fast and efficient control of the loader bucket. At the same time, the VariDRAULIC drive makes possible a smooth, no-shock start of any load the engine can pull. Ground speed can vary from near 0 miles per hour to top speed of selected transmission gear. Are you sleeping? Wake up! The Oliver Live PTO with VariDRAULIC drive makes a most ideal combination for tough jobs such as highway or power line mowing, weed control spraying, and blower type snow removing equipment. The VariDRAULIC drive provides full protection against shock loads on engine, transmission, and final drive. By use of controlled mixture of air and oil, the VariDRAULIC drive acts as an engaging clutch and speed controlling device. The VariDRAULIC drive is a self-contained unit using a planetary gear system forming a multiple gear pump. The unit runs in oil, which makes for low maintenance while doing heavy clutching operations such as operating front end and straight line loaders or starting heavy loads. Installation is quite simple in that it is attached to a flywheel adapter bolted to the crankshaft. Heavy flex plate is used to maintain perfect alignment and balance. The output shaft is attached direct to the transmission input shaft by a sliding coupling. The drive is perfectly balanced and replaces the balancing function of the engine flywheel. Controls consist of a foot pedal and hand lever, both attached to the shifter mechanism of the VariDRAULIC drive, as well as the rollback feature. The hand lever can be set to maintain a constant selected speed. When the control rod is pushed to neutral position, power is disengaged from the VariDRAULIC drive. Further travel of shifter rod operates rollback feature, which rotates the transmission input shaft in reverse direction just enough to remove tension from the gear train to make gear shifting easy with no clashing at full engine speed. The VariDRAULIC drive has an overrunning clutch built in to provide safety in descending steep grades. The tractor will not go into freewheeling, but will be automatically held back by engine compression, thus providing safety to operator and other vehicles when transporting on highway. So I don't know how much you're gonna see. I might have to take some photos, but here it is in a model 77 Oliver tractor. Here it is in 77 as well, industrial. So I guess it would work good for, you know, running into a pile. It would just slip, and you can go into reverse and keep your engine speed up instead of having to idle it down or whatever. Which, if your clutch is working good, it should be able to anyway. Here's the back, the SD35. Shows you the parts that are in it. Hydraulic floating gear set. There's like 11 things. It's all mostly like how it's designed though. So this is the model 33 self-propelled Oliver combine. And right here it says you'll have the speeds for it: 6 speeds forward, independent of thrashing speed, or get VariDRAULIC drive, optional, and have constant thrashing power at any ground speed. So it was used in that. This is the one that Sherry Schaefer had in her dad's auction. It had that VariDRAULIC drive. And here you can see the hand lever and the foot pedal. So it had both. Let's see if I can search for this address. See if they're still in business. Let's see if we can see anything. What's left? There's the building there yet. Let's go with street view. So there you can see the fire number. Let's read that sign. Go back this way a little bit. The Metal Finishing Company, corporate office, FAA repair station. So either Thomas moved or they went out of business. And I can't find a whole lot of info about them, so I'm thinking they probably went out of business. I just don't know when and what happened. But if you know anything, let me know. Alright, so this is a Oliver 66 Industrial. It don't look like much, but here's your frame. Engine, obviously, front end, and here's the back end. Why is it separated? Because it had a crack in the rear end. Must have got water in it. So this is work in progress, like a lot of our stuff. But got the crack fixed. My dad actually welded it, and I put JB Weld over it. So I don't think it would leak. I think he heated it up with a torch first. Cast iron's kind of weird welding it, and then you got to use a certain rod, and then let it cool fairly slowly, and hopefully that'll work. But this is a 66 Industrial that came with the Thomas VariDRAULIC drive, the pumpkin. Here you can see the flywheel, so it's a different flywheel, and that, I think it's a plate that bolts on here, and then the pumpkin sits here. So for this we had to take all the gears out, and she was stripped pretty good. I don't know if we had the axle carriers off. Yeah, it looks like we did. We need a gasket for it. The pumpkin. I'll show you the pumpkin. Hiding behind some junk. Right there. See the plate that mounts to the flywheel, and then it's got different weight hooks to the tranny, and then got different linkage for the clutch pedal on it. So we have one of them. That's why the brochure is kind of cool. This did run when we got it, but I don't even remember it running anymore. We didn't run it much because there's no oil in the back end, so we didn't want to run it too much. What do we got under here? Let's see what's in there, huh? Remember taking one of these off. I think it was a 66 parts tractor. It was all rust. I'm sitting outside. Yeah, this one did run. So that's always a plus. But definitely something I'd like to see run again. And all the parts are kind of scattered, but the gears are in the basement and stuff. I know where they are. Definitely need the parts book on this guy though. So all those tranny gears have to go back in. Probably get new seals for it. And so yeah, I figured I'd show it to you since we have one. Let's see here, you can see green. So you gotta wonder if they didn't. I think Oliver back in the day would convert them over for people. Sometimes if they had one built, they could just paint it, you know, the industrial yellow or orange over the green. Sometimes the farmer would do it, or the dealer, whatever. But it did happen. Alright, well, hopefully you enjoyed that video, and if you got any, if you know anybody that's got one, how it works, it'd be cool to know. You push the pedal in. I believe the more you push it in, the slower it goes, and when you let it out all the way, it's pretty much direct drive. And you got each gear. You still have the 6 gears yet in the tranny. And they use it a lot for loader work and stuff. This one had a, I don't know if it was a lull loader, but it was a loader with a counterweight in the back with concrete, I think it was. I took that stuff off so we could kind of get at the back here. But that'd be a project I'd definitely like to see going again, but who knows.